Let's see what we're doing here. Nope, that's not gonna work. That might work. We are just adding to a chill playlist for real. No, this is too fast to chill. I can't chill to that shit. Can I? Maybe I can. No, can't do it. This can add. I want a specific groove. We are going for a specific groove here. Let's see if Shakedown Street meets this criteria. This version might. Let's try this one. I don't know if this vibe is quite there. It's close. Let me go to the middle of this song. Yeah, this could go. Alright, we're getting our list going. This album. This song is perfect, really. Oh, this is too disco. Is this whole album like a disco thing? Shit. Passenger. I don't remember this song at all. Let's try this. This is strange. This is the song that I thought wasn't Grateful Dead. I got all weird about it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Play my song, play my song. Damn, Touch of Grey. What's up with you? Why can't I play this? Touch of Grey. That is definitely not too chill. It sounds like the same song. What happened to Touch of Grey? Let's try this one. No, that doesn't work for me either. This might work. Yeah, I think this will work. Whoa! That's the song I want. The train coming. I can almost see this has got to be on here. No, that's not going to work. If I add too many songs, then I'll never get to play any of it. Whoa, stop it. Stop switching shit. No, that's way too country for me right now. Whoa, god dang, I hate it when it jumps like that. I didn't ask it to jump all the way down the list. I can never get this shit going that way.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to New Orleans, Louisiana, home of the hits.
Yeah, I know.
And if you're from out of town, welcome to the third world.
I can't be doing all that.
Yeah, I'm just warming up. You know me, I'm, ready to roll now. Let's roll.
Yeah, this is what I mean right here. No, that I can't chill to that. I don't care how cool it is. It's weird too. I like it. I like everything Galactic does. That's too much. Let's move down the list a little bit.
When I look outside my window, I see troubles in my back.
See where this goes. Yeah, this one gotta go to my list. Oh man, that bass has got to come on. Yeah, this is it, man. And this is my favorite right here at all. And this will definitely go to my list. I don't remember what So So Live is. Whoa! God dang it, quit jumping on my music. Let's see. Mystery Tube. This is all cooling off. Shit. Yeah, we gotta do it. What is this? Yeah, baby. Shit. Part 1, 2, and 3. I can't be doing all that. Whoa, give me my mouse back. Friggers. Give me my mouse back. Quit playing that shit. Did I already add this whole album? I don't remember adding this whole album. Add to Ice Cold Chill. Skip. Okay. Did I add this album? Whoa. Oh, come on. Add to playlist. Now, let's get Ice Cold. It's on here. Okay. Man, computer, why do you keep calling back to me? I'm trying to just do this. Tumblr account. I don't have a Tumblr account. I can't turn my head to see if I'm turning my head. That's hilarious. It's like, do I need to put up my... I don't think this is live. Okay. It's still playing that video then. Ah, there it is. I ain't holding back. Have I eaten food today? I remember eating Cheetos. That's all I remember. Wow. Is it though? Is it bittersweet now?
Please don't dominate the rap track if you got nothing new to say. If you please don't back up the check, this train's got to run today.
I'm playing it now, man.
Spend a little time on the mountain. Spend a little time on the hill. Like some sleep and run away. All the sleep and stand still.
Whoa. Why does it gotta be like that?
You can be nice, you can be nice, it's not just change one step I spend a little time on the mountain, spend a little time on the hill. Please went down, you don't understand, but I think time will. Now I don't know, but I was told the son a man died at home. Keep on coming up, stand and wait with the sun so dark and the hour so late. You can't overlook the blackjack of any other habit. It's got no signs of dividing lines and very few guys. I spent a little time on the mountain, spent a little time on the hill. I saw things getting out there, I guess they always will. I don't know, but I've been told if the horse goes full, you got to carry the load. I don't know, stacks that strong, maybe find out before too long. One way or another, one way or another, one way or another. It's got to go. One way or another. One way or another. One way or another. This story's got to go. One way or another. One way or another. One way or another. This story's got to don't know where I am, but I know I don't like it. Open my mouth, I'll pop something spiteful. Words are so cheap, but they can turn out expensive. Words like conviction turn into a sentence. I held your hand, rings but none on that finger. We danced and danced. I was scared to go much further with it. Just have a chance, make sure when I ain't your key. But the next night you're not, it always leaves me searching for tenderness. 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 Where is the tenderness?
Whatever.
I don't know where I am, but I know I don't like it. I open my mouth, I got something spiteful. Words aren't so cheap, but they can turn out expensive. Words like conviction can turn into a sentence. I held your hand, rings but nothing. We danced and danced. I was scared to go much further. Just have a chance, miss you when I ain't talking. The next night you're not, you always leave me searching for tenderness. Tenderness. Where is the tenderness? Tenderness. 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 Tell me where is the tenderness?
I got a look on my face, I'm sure. Hey, how are you doing tonight? You coming and chill? Look, I'm so chill. This is like not entertainment night. Not that I'm not willing to talk about things, but I am not in the mind to just continuously talk about nothing. Or just to talk to hear myself speak. So if you have something, then I guess you don't. Hey, what's going on? That's a long handle. Here to chill, man. You doing all right tonight? You came in just right, right as the music went crazy, man. Guess not. Guess it's just not for you. Ah, got stuff that tastes like that. That's okay. I know when I do the YouTube channel, I'm gonna like watch it back, and the sound is gonna be like so ridiculous. I'm gonna be like, "What the hell was that?" All I can say to people that might come in the room is, what part of chill don't you understand? Call me. Who just sent me a message on Instagram telling me to call them? It's like killing my curiosity. Is it someone I actually know, or is it just one of these fake ass profiles with like these fake women that aren't really women's profiles? Alright, go to Instagram and see who wants me to call them. Vulnerable People's Project. I'm getting more interest out of my notifications. Do I want to turn on my notifications? I guess so. I don't know. Not now. I don't know which message is telling me to call me. I can't check. And it's probably not a direct message anyway, I don't think. Ugh, what was that? I'm sorry, I went to Instagram now. Why is this stuff getting posted on my page? Nice try, though. Let's go. Why doesn't this, if this lets me get messages, why can't I just go to my messages? Molly, this girl followed me 3 weeks ago. She ain't saying shit, though. 20 posts. Well, they kept those posts. Oh man, I'm missing my food now. I'm jonesing. How do I switch profiles? It doesn't let me switch like it does on my phone. Here it comes, here it comes. I tell you what, I'm definitely chilling though. Oh man, for cruise. Edit profile. I don't want to edit profile. Log out, log in. Oh man, I want to be playing this game all day. What would it be? For each man to live life in peace. Switch accounts. Oh, I don't want to log in with Facebook. To live without fear in a world that's secure. Does this really say my password? What happens if I switch? Oh, now it doesn't remember me. Life can be so annoying. I see all your faces on my TV. I like being able to stand the phone up completely. It says I am. Much more than a dream. Hey, how you doing, Vader? How do you pronounce your handle, your name? I've seen you in like a lot of rooms that I've went into. And you come into my room, which is awesome. But I don't think you ever say anything. It doesn't matter whether I got 10 people I'm talking to in here or I'm just chilling with nobody in my room. Can you tell me something about yourself? Where are you from? Well, first of all, how do you pronounce your name? I have Ladar Sanvader. Is that right? What name do you, how do you like that? Okay. Whatever. What time is it? Because I'm going to sit here for... When did I start this broadcast? 40 minutes. So I must have started at 1 a.m. Yeah, man. Right? Like, oh, I wasn't expecting that. A lot of new music on here. How you doing tonight? I am trying to chill out here, which means I can talk about anything and we can have a discussion, but I am not going to sit here and just chatter, like, to myself, you know what I mean? So if you have anything you want to talk about, I wonder what I'm playing right now. My focus right now is just music, so I'll talk about music, but if you want to talk about anything else, that's cool too. This is Mastodon. This is like a new band I'm listening to now. I'm trying to remember his name, and I feel bad that I can't remember names, but there's a broadcast on here that I follow, and he plays bass guitar, and he recommended this group, and I'm kind of getting into them right now. What's your favorite music? It sounds kind of like Ozzy. How Pal, is that your name? What's your favorite music, How Pal? I'm trying to make sure I get your name right. Don't people notice when they come in my room that it says Ice Cold Chill? Unless people are really just being kicked in my room one at a time. It's really strange because a few people that come in and actually had questions would be like, "Why don't you go under questions?" I'm like, "It's not like you can't ask me questions unless I go under questions." I don't know what my music level is. Maybe people can hear me broadcast. That's about as low as I can go. If I go any lower on my music, I won't even be able to feel it. I need to contact Microsoft tomorrow. I'm definitely enjoying these people. Hmm. Did I just switch to the next song? Hey, Psycho Bunny, what's going on tonight? Explain to me why some people don't know what chill means. It's like when people just sit around and just, well, I don't, yeah, get high, I would say, because I don't drink, so if I'm gonna hang around and chill, we're just gonna chill about nothing. We might or might not get high, and I'm definitely not gonna be talking 1,000 miles an hour. That's why I didn't go under guys. I put it under chill. Apparently, Psycho Bunny doesn't want to chill. If a handle like that, I wonder if Psycho Bunny ever tries to chill. Because you never know who rude people are unless you meet them in person. Now I'm curious what happens after this song. Because, is this an 11-minute song? Shit. I keep wanting to switch the song because it's like more than 10 minutes, but I like it. So I'm not switching it. But I will. But I haven't. But I won't. Every time I want to switch it, you start sounding like Ozzy Osbourne. I didn't think anybody could sing anything like Ozzy. Now I'm starting to wonder if this is Ozzy. How can I look this up? This is Mastodon. Maybe it is Ozzy, and I'm just sitting there thinking how much they sound like Ozzy. Now I'm really curious. Mastodon. I'm really starting to think this really is Ozzy. I kind of would be happily surprised, but also thrilled that there's a group that sounds like Ozzy that isn't. So either way, I'm thrilled. Oh, from Georgia, so they're not even from some other country like I thought. I guess this ain't Ozzy. Sounds like, yeah, I tell you, that's funny as hell. I just looked up Google. Google said, I know what you want before I even finished it. Mastodon singer sounds like Ozzy. Hell yeah, that's what I would just. For anybody who comes in or watches this video later on YouTube, if you feel like watching it, I'm not assuming nothing. I looked up this group called Mastodon because I thought the singer sounded like Ozzy Osbourne. And I didn't type in Mastodon singer sounds like Ozzy Osbourne. I just typed in Mastodon singer sounds like, and Google already knew because I guess a lot of people think he sounds like Ozzy. Brent Hin, Brent Hines, Brent Hines or Brent Hines, I guess is the singer vocalist name. Let's see if there's any other links on it. Very much like Ozzy. That's on Harmony Central. That's like a thing for actual musicians, like guitarists and drummers and stuff like that. The singer. Here we go. Sounds very much. That's the closest I have ever heard anyone sound like someone like that. There are bands that I just kind of assumed wrong, that I was wrong, and I assumed that he couldn't sound like Judas Priest, and I think they got a new vocalist, and he sounds like Judas Priest. Even Journey, I kind of assumed you'd never find someone, and he sounds pretty much like them. And AC/DC kind of blew it for me because they found someone who sounded almost exactly like them. But for the most part, I still had myself convinced there are certain people you would never be able to duplicate, even a little bit. And Ozzy was one of them. Not anymore. Is this group Mastodon? I was like, it doesn't really sound like Black Sabbath, but I wouldn't be so surprised because Black Sabbath has changed their sound a couple times. And that's only because the singer sounds so much like Ozzy. I was wondering. The new album is interesting. It sounds like them, but less energy. What album are they talking about? Because I just got into this group. Darn, man. I find one article or one post on a message board saying he sounds like Ozzy. And I don't see any post or any conversation to figure out why he said it, who he's responding to, nothing. That's really strange for this Comedy Central, which is all run by musicians. Let's see if this Loudwire talks about it or not. I hate it when Google just listens to 3 words. Search engines kind of remind me of the ego of regular human beings, where you're trying to get a point across that they don't like or they don't understand or they don't want to understand. Or you get an argument with your girlfriend, it's the same thing, where emotion blocks intellect, and she gets emotional, and you're like, if, or why are you acting like a bitch, not saying that they are one. And they don't hear the word if, they don't hear the word like, or why all they hear is certain words of the sentence. And Google does the same thing, man. You can type in like seniors that sound like Ozzy, or why does this group sound like Ozzy, and all they hear is does this person sound like, and then they put whatever they want in there. How you doing tonight, man? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Sex and wolves. What's wrong with some of these groups? Why are they talking about sex and wolves? And I don't want this advertisement. Why can't they make their advertisements less intrusive? I can't even read this article at all. And this is like not somebody's, crap website. I'm assuming this Loudwire is like a decent site that a lot of people want to look at. Did that song just stop, or is it just stopping itself? That's weird. It feels like it's cutting out on like the actual. I'm about to forward through it just to see if it's the song or my computer. Night Bitch official video. I have to start looking up. What light just went out? Oh, the computer's doing something. I haven't asked the computer to do whatever it's doing. Man, don't you dare crash, computer. I'm not even running shit. Don't you think about it. Why is my computer doing this fucking shit? I tell you what, when things start to behave in certain ways, you start to look forward to hell sometimes, even though I know you could regret thinking stuff like that. Oh look, was the light of my computer lighting up my room? Man, that pissed me off. Why can't I escape out of screens that aren't working? Ugh. I should have known the way that music was playing and cutting out. I was having a problem. Ugh. I hate most about computers doing shit is they won't let you stop the process that's causing the trouble. Ah, what a nightmare. God damn. Alright, Google Chrome, go away. And quit fucking with my iTunes. Go away, Google. I hit end task. Ugh. I don't even need to use Google if it's going to do that shit. It was all working fine till I went to that one web page. And now the song's not playing. Shit. I'll stop this program too. How you doing tonight? Man, I had some good music going and my computer's just being a little bitch. And now I gotta start iTunes over again. You doing alright tonight, man? I feel so strange without the music now. Minion, what's going on? Man, I might actually have to broadcast. No music. What do y'all want to talk about tonight? Because I am in chill mode. Oh, I was about to end it. Now it's playing the music. Right when I was about to hit, I was about to tell iTunes to shut down. And it stopped playing around. What do y'all want to talk about tonight? Somebody guessed with me. Well, one of you guessed because... Oh, give me a break, man. Let's pretend like people have souls. And let's like try and interact with people for more than a few minutes at a time. Or a few seconds at a time. Minutes. I'm being greedy, aren't I? Right now I feel like I'm being greedy. Unfucking believable. I don't even know what to say. See if my tablet shows up on here. Well, that's useless. It's probably playing it backwards anyway, whatever I put up here. Y'all want to miss out? Miss out. It ain't my problem tonight. I'm sure the great vocalists are so different from each other. This guy sounds pretty close though, man. Let's see, Mastodon. I don't want to use that. I think Brent is the Aussie one, but None of these people are actually answering the question. They're all saying who their favorite vocalists are, but they're not saying, what was his question? I'm starting to forget the question now. Oh yeah, his question is, what do you think about different singers? But he did ask a second question, and nobody's responding to it. Looks like a ginger Viking. He does the long, drawn-out vocals with the weird inflections like Ozzy, and they're saying it sounds southern. I don't think it sounds southern. Screeching vocals, like a pterodactyl on drugs. What does a pterodactyl sound like on drugs? Why do they have so many singers? It's interesting. What album is the album I have linked in here? I'm not gonna. Okay, Crack the Sky. That's what I have going. A Little Flat. Oh wow, I can't wait to hear other songs if that's true, man. They think his singing is flat on this album. One of the smoothest voice that doesn't sound like Ozzy Osbourne. That's kind of crazy. He may have his own sound, but this vocalist from, what is this? I forgot what the band is now. Mastodon. He does sound like Ozzy, even if, if you want to say that they're both really good vocalists and sound different, that's fine. I'm not saying they sound exactly alike. I'm saying he sounds enough like Ozzy that everybody's mentioning it. That's all I'm going to say. Now this person's saying he doesn't sound anything like Ozzy Osbourne at all. That's going pretty far. I must have missed where I was. What does the fox say? Mustache being too heavy. What? Entertain us. Stupid and contagious. Now you're trying to say that this guy is there's a vocalist that doesn't sound like Ozzy, and I'm guessing this is the guy. And he's probably the only one that does. Let's see. It's pretty interesting how this group has all these vocalists. Okay, so I was misreading it. So they said Brand doesn't sound like it. So that is what this person's saying, is they have a vocalist named Brand who doesn't sound like it. Let me see if I read that wrong. Brand started singing backup vocals, moving to leads on Crack the Sky. Brand's singing has got far more emotive as he went. But now it's expressive and powerful. He's basically the one with the smoothest voice that doesn't sound like Ozzy Osbourne. That kind of writing kind of implies to me that they think all the singers except this one. Now I want really badly to know who the vocalist on this album is. Brand Sailor. What a weird name. Footage of Jimmy Kimmel. They play on Jimmy Kimmel. I want to hear all this. This is like I'm gonna super get into this band. I'm gonna end up having to add all their albums to my library. I don't know. Well, it's like even when I watched me moving my hands like that, it just makes me question reality. What is reality? That is the question. Why do I asked that with like a punctuation mark? Like I wasn't serious, and I just felt like a weird energy of like that wasn't me asking because I really want to know what reality is. It's like a mocking tone to it. That was very strange. What is reality? That is a good question. What does the fox say? Because only the fox likes to talk. All the other animals are pretty quiet. But what does the fox say? What is an MIT Teddy? Now I want to watch Ted by Seth MacFarlane to see if Ted went to MIT. I'm gonna watch that video back and I'm gonna be like, what the heck was that? Yeah, wondered why I wasn't thirsty up to this point. Because I was, probably. It's almost like a relief, really, that, for the time being, maybe forever, but definitely for the time being, that I don't really have followers on YouTube. I mean, I think I have 12 followers, which, since I don't actually do, like, videos, I'm not sure how I got followers on YouTube. Like, what are they following? Like, I'm not saying, like, why would someone follow if I did good videos or bad videos or whatever? I don't do any videos, so I don't know if they're following. Like, I follow YouTubers because I want to follow their videos. And I think the people I follow, like, I don't get all their comments if they comment on other videos. So I don't think it's like Twitter where you can follow my comments. So what are they? If I don't do videos and you can't follow my comments, what do you? I'm not complaining. I'm just curious. What are you following? But what I'm getting at is, as much as people do these things, broadcasting on YouNow and trying to get popular, make money off of YouTube, they're pressured too. Because I listen to, like, a lot of YouTube broadcasters who got very upset because they became successful or partially famous on YouTube, and they stopped getting discovered. People didn't want to, like, put them in movies or nothing. But in addition to that, the main thing is if you're discovered on YouTube, you don't have to do anything because you could have got paid. And YouTube start changing their system so these people aren't getting paid. And so it's like having a job that pays you $50,000 a year, or whatever it is, $20,000, doesn't matter, a living expense. And then the boss just decides to cut your salary in half, or just only pay you once a month instead of once a week, or once every 2 months. And that's a lot of pressure if you're dependent on that for your income. And I don't know if people on YouNow make enough money to pay anything, pay any bills. But as much as, being successful in one of these things would be, I don't know, because I don't know the financial aspect. I'm not sure what the motivation is. I was going to say, it must be successful to make money, but I don't even know if they make enough money. But either way, I can sit here and do this, and whether I ever become successful at anything or not on YouNow or YouTube, for the time being, I have no pressure. Right now, I'm, like, chilling, and it just doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Which it should. It should. I should be like, well, what does this say about my sanity, right? To be able to sit here and do a broadcast for hours with nobody in the room, And I guess, I don't think of it that way. I just think, well, it'll either go somewhere or it won't. And if it's going to, then I should just broadcast, especially if I'm doing, just chill out right now. It's the last point in time that I should care one way or the other, whether I'm broadcasting to everybody or nobody or whatever. I do want to listen to this broadcast on YouNow to see if I can hear myself even speak. It'd be interesting. I'll be able to tell if my music's too loud or whatever, because you can't check your broadcast while you're doing it. You got 100 people in your room, they'll tell you if the music's too loud, or if you even have 10 people. But at this point, I can't. Nikki, what if people would come in here? It's like I feel like an animal in the zoo. You would come in here, you don't say anything. I start to recognize the people that come in the room, but they're not saying anything when they leave. Dave, say something, please. Whether you stay or leave, that's your choice. But please, say something, because it's like, thank you so much, Dave, because it's like I can handle. What are you drinking? Stout, black beer. What is that? What does that mean? At least you are in this room. I'm just trying to chill. So I asked what a black beer is, and you said avocado. I'm not sure what that means. Heavily roasted malt. I swear, I am not into alcohol at all, and I especially don't like just drinking for the point of drinking. But then people who drink and they know what they want and they start describing it, they start to make it sound good to me. Not like that I want to take up drinking itself, but I want to at least try what they did. Into food. Yeah, I understand that. So you're saying that it makes your food experience better. So now I'm all curious about it. I'll never really take up drinking, but I would try something if it tasted way different than anything I've ever had to taste before and didn't like. Oh, wait a second, you make your own beer. That's a whole different thing, right? Because I could sit there and honestly say that I hate beer and I dislike most alcohol. But if somebody makes something, anything, on their own, they can make something that's different than what you think it is, Because I've heard that people who make their own beer, it's like a totally different experience than just some crap you get at a bar. Is it? Do you just feel personally that when you make your own thing that it's just a fun thing for you to do? To try and understand flavor and experience. I guess my biggest problem with it is it's like you could make the greatest type of beer or mixture of drink and I could taste it and think this is better than anything but that I tasted before, but the alcohol itself I don't like. So it's sort of like, you know what I mean? Imagine if I cooked food that was your favorite. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's personal, but I'm just trying to get at a point on why I have a thing with it. Wait, the alcohol is optional. Wait, you can make beer without alcohol and still get. What would happen if you made the same thing without alcohol? What would you be drinking? What would it taste like? What would be the point? What would be the effect of it? Have you ever done it? I've heard about alcohol-free beer as a joke. People who drink alcohol-free beer and they make fun of it. The flavor and texture is part of the what? Thank you for coming to my room, by the way. Because it's I really wanted to broadcast and I wanted to chill. And I'm playing some music that's really got me chill. And I'm just I don't need 100,000 people in my room, but I would like one or two people to just sit and chill with me. That's why I'm broadcasting, right? People broadcast for all kinds of different reasons. And I'm sure I do sometimes for other reasons. But definitely when I'm chilling, it's I don't want to go out and meet new friends and people that I don't necessarily know or trust and invite them to my house and let them know where I live. I'd rather do this, right? Oh, thank you for inviting your fans. If anybody comes in, please, like, say things to them, like, interact a little bit. See if we can get one or two people to hang out with us. I mean, I don't need it. It's just, I don't know. I just figure the way this works. Did you just finish dinner? The way this works for me is when I started to have spaghetti. When I started to have a couple fans and have 5 or 10 people at a time in my room, what would happen is at least 3 people would show up a night. At least 3, and they would all stay in the room for hours. And so that would mean that when other people came in, they wouldn't necessarily automatically leave. Actually, it's funny that you say that because I wanted to chill and I didn't want to be so focused on like knowing that I might be sitting here playing music and have nobody in my room and just get too obsessed with it because I know how my ego can get. So I did go get some salvia. So I actually have chewed a lot of salvia in the past hour. Have you ever heard of salvia divinorum? Can you hear me okay? 'Cause I've been turning my music up and down and not really being able to adjust it. Yep, that's exactly. The thing though is, um, I use herbs as a medication, and you really got to you got to research into that kind of stuff before you do anything. So, like, most drugs, they call them drugs. I don't. Like, most drugs are drugs. And, people who do cocaine and stuff like that's drugs. And they're trying to get high and have certain experiences. And they don't care how it affects other people. But certain herbal medicine, from the point of the view of the shaman, the only one that I know that I could do and say, oh, this is medicine, is like marijuana. And there's certain other herbal things like salvia and callia and salvia, callia, and kava, but they all have different effects. And it's a very intense spiritual thing. It's not something to kava. You could it'll just relax you and you just fall asleep. But callia, I think that's how you pronounce it, is for dreaming. So if you don't intend to learn about dreaming and how to enter lucid dreams, there's no point in getting callia. And salvia, if you smoke that, you're liable to just. I do. It's interesting since I've shifted into this new reality because I feel like I just keep going to alternate Earths. I feel like the energy here is so different. I'm trying to adjust to it, and so it's like in the reality I was in before, which is just like this, just like the world you used to, just, we call it planet Earth, right? Um, but the people were different. The energy was different. I used to dream a lot. Thank you for capturing the moment. I was like, man, I am trying an experiment where you can watch you can watch my broadcast on YouTube now because I have some good fans like you who will come in and actually try to have a conversation with me. Um, And then, most people just don't give a crap or just give me crap for no reason. And so the people that are cool like you, if I broadcast, I figure, a lot of people are up at different hours. And if I don't broadcast like the hours that they're going to be awake, I don't want them to not be able to see anything I do at all because even though it's 2 or 3 people so far, some of them have said they wanted to see, but like I was up at. Can you hear the music okay? Because it's like setting a certain vibe for me. So it is 3:30 in the morning here. Would you say it was 7:30 over there? Oh, thank you so much. You're like honest with me. You're to the point. I know exactly. Now I feel really, because people usually will just say something that doesn't. Either they won't answer me, or they'll just say something like it's fine or whatever. But like, you hear it perfectly, and you're letting me know that you can hear me talk very well, but you still hear the music. And I was hoping, I got a feeling like we had it set right. But there's no way for me to tell, so I have to ask somebody who will actually be honest with me and tell me. Wait, how? I thought that places were different hours and that the minutes were always the same. So how do you have 7:10 p.m. when I have when I have 3:40 a.m.? Oh, cool. Okay. But I was just curious because I was always under the impression about time zones that exactly 30-minute difference. Wait, I thought it was always hour difference. Like somebody would be 1 hour ahead or 2 hours ahead. What is your time zone? Where are you? I mean, right now I have, as far as I'm concerned, like very psychedelic music, the kind that people listen to when they're doing drugs. Although I hate to use the word drugs, I just use it because people don't know what other words mean. And I have my not incense, but a diffuser that putting a scent in the air to like kind of relax me. Australia. They decided to make my city on a half-hour slot. That is, you know what? Australia is the origin of Dreamtime. And if Dreamtime is real, that means Australia is like the origin of the universe. You know what I mean? Because according to the Aborigines in Australia, they help create reality that we're in by dreaming. They dreamed the world into existence. It is very interesting. I've looked into it a couple different times, and I'm glad you can hear that music because that, like, this song, what's playing right now is such a, to be able to hear that perfect. If you can hear it the way I can hear it, it should be like really helping your mind, like, just wrap around strange things. But you should look up Aborigines in Dreamtime, and if there's any articles that don't tell you nothing, then don't even bother reading them. If there are articles that like just talk too much about it, too complicated, anthropology, scientific crap, don't bother reading that. But I'm sure a lot of people, when they write stuff about stuff like this, they try and reach a broad audience, and you'll find a web page or two out there that explains it, with just enough information to help you understand exactly what we're talking about here. Yeah, okay. So now, when you say you can't hear it clearly, do you have any idea what the music sounds like? Is it just too quiet? Where you know what it sounds like, but it's just too quiet. But you do, like, if I were to stop talking, can you make out like individual sounds of the music so you know what you're listening to, or no? Because like you said, I could turn it up, but then you won't be able to hear me. Plus, it's 3 in the morning. I don't know how loud I could turn this without pissing my neighbors off. Oh yeah, I gotta tell you, this song that you're listening to, I'll turn it up for a minute. Um, it's called Cosmic Balance, and if you like to trip out and change your mind, open your mind to other levels of reality, I will let you. It's by it's by. I keep wanting to say it's by a group, but this is not like a band or anything. But the group is called Shajan, Shajan. So let me turn it up for I can't turn it up for like 20 minutes, but I can turn it up for a minute. And let's go back to I'm slowly turning it down. I don't know if that was too loud. Because if you make it too loud, then you can't hear any detail either. But I'm slowly turning it down so that I don't get in trouble with my neighbors. Did you get a feeling of that music this time? That kind of sucks. That I don't understand how other broadcasters are able to do whatever they want. Yeah, it is complex, but it's like complex in a way that lets your mind just let go. So it's very funny how certain music have complexities to them that have all these textures that is just kind of giving you like a spiritual massage. And so if you listen to all the complexities and listen for it, you'll be like, oh, that's so complex, and you feel it. It's like gets into your soul in all different ways. But once you start to reach a different level of awareness, it all sounds simple. You just hear each individual sound is very simple. I suspect you're actually just letting the speaker sound go. What are you saying about the speaker? You're saying my speaker sounds broken? Oh, yeah, that's the problem. So it's like I have technology. I really do. I got a laptop. I got my TV. I got my iPhone. So it's not like I don't have any technology. It's much easier my way. But other people, they know how to hook it up so it's like directly into your broadcast, and they can turn the volume up exactly the way they want it, and you can hear every detail. And I wish I could do that, but I hate to admit I'm lazy, but I don't even know if you could hear my singing bowl, because the singing bowl is like a pretty pure, easy tone. Can you hear this? Oh, that's funny. Because, I mean, the singing bowl does, like, resonate a tone that just fills the whole room. But since I'm holding it in my hand, since I'm holding it in my hand, like, the whole sound goes through my entire body and spirit. And so then I assume whoever is listening to it can hear it the way I can, but they can't, right? You have three of them? I tell you, the small one, it's got a beautiful tone, and I don't know if I thought maybe my hand wasn't strong enough or what it was. But when I do it and I get that tone really good, it starts vibrating against the bowl and messing up my tone. And the only time I was able to sit there and do it and make a perfect, beautiful tone that was loud and filled the room was when I had like a really big one. I'm not gonna say I'll never pay $100 for it, but not anytime soon. What sizes do you have? Do you have like the larger ones? I tell you what, I don't know if the person who just left the room was actually left because they were bored or because I didn't say hi to them. But the people that come in this room, I try not to pay attention, but they leave so quickly that it's like I don't even have a chance to say hi to them. No, I was just asking if I'll show you mine. I was just asking if the larger bowls have a different tone to them. Plus, for me, it's easier to play them, but they're expensive. So I was just asking if you have like really big bowls or just little small ones. Let's see, it's not that small, but it's not like it's not a big bowl. It's not like big as my head, but it's not tiny. It's like my favorite tone, but I can't play it exactly the way I want because it does that thing where it vibrates. And I don't know why. I know it can be played right because I've heard people play it right. Where it doesn't do all that extra vibrating. I've gotten better at it though. it just starts slipping, and then it messes up the tone. What I don't want to say messes up the tone, but you know what I mean. It's not doing what I want. It's about height. What height you touch it. Interesting. Maybe that is it. Maybe it's because the bigger singing bowl, it's just easier for me to do it. And it also, the bigger ones come with this, with like cloth, with like, it's wrapped, like with some kind of felt or something. So I'm not doing wood when I do the bigger one. And of course I can hold it a higher height because it's such a big thing anyway. Whereas this, I'm trying to do the whole bowl. Maybe I should just do the very edge somehow. But LeChuck strikes back. No, I mean, I know I can get it singing, but the way I was doing it was making it vibrate. That this thing would slip while I'm doing it. So there would be a nice tone, and this would slip, and you just would hear the tone, plus it would go like that. But you're saying if you're supposed to just do it at the very edge, and I'm wondering if I can learn to do that so it works right. See what it's doing? It's skipping. It's like skipping like a broken record, man. Like the needle on a record that just skips. And I know it's me because I'm sure you could play it. You know, other people know how to do it. But the bigger bowl, I didn't have a problem with. Day of the Unicorn. What is your personal opinion? So now that well, I'm like waiting to see if we're like gonna get into like an actual discussion. But I was gonna ask what's your personal opinion about having the same people. I mean, I guess most people couldn't answer the question because it's like so confusing to me. I don't know what an answer could be. That where you, if somebody gets the same people coming into the room, like the exact same people, all the time, and they leave like immediately. In my mind, how are you doing tonight, Unicorn? In my mind, if you come in the room and it's boring, it's not your thing, you don't really want to hang out with me to chat or for me to broadcast, I get it. That's fine. Whatever. I can, especially in this, while I'm chilled out right now. Okay. But then why did the exact same people come in and then leave after 2 seconds? That's what I don't get. Oh, I have two. I have two ties. I collected ties for my when I had to work at a job where you had to wear a business tie, and I wanted to get ties that were so not like business ties, so I could sit there and my job would say you have to wear a tie, and I'm like okay. So one of them is like obviously not something that's just a common thing you'd work at work. You know, you would not wear this on Wall Street necessarily. Like I would, but because it's like total spiritual symbol, total different colors than guys usually wear. Um, you can't see that. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I got one with Jimi Hendrix. I got like everything, and then this one is actually Einstein with actual equations. So basically, I was like being myself. They're like, you wear a tie so you look like everybody else. You know, look like a businessman, and people just look at you and just you're just their service agent, their slave. And I'm wearing stuff that's like saying I'm a spiritual being. I'm wearing stuff that says, you know, Einstein and physics and reality, and I'm a philosopher, and I study physics and philosophy and metaphysics and stuff. So I'm wearing stuff that expresses me, where I'm at a job that's telling you, you know, you got to wear a tie and suit, look like everybody else. I'm like doing this, and they couldn't do anything because it's not like my ties look unprofessional in any way. Get back to your evening. What is your evening before you go? I'm trying to decide whether I should be insulted or not because it's like, if somebody says, "Oh man, I'm so tired, I gotta go because I gotta go get some sleep or I gotta go get dinner," but oh no, you're like Brian. Your broadcast is so boring. that I'd rather wash dishes. No, you just got stuff to do, right? Oh, the sun is starting to set. Yeah. Oh, I got you. So for you, it's like you've already eaten your dinner and you haven't got to the dishes yet, and you just want to get everything kind of taken care of so you can relax before you go to sleep, so you don't have to worry about nothing. All right. Well, ask Chelsea a question because I feel like I'm broadcasting, but nobody. It's like I'm not even here. So ask Chelsea a question before you go. See if we can get Chelsea to talk. We're gonna get you to talk. How you doing tonight? Is it Chelsea or Chelsea? Yeah. So would you prefer me to get on earlier? Because I think I didn't get on. It's like 4 a.m. and I didn't get on till like after 1 a.m. And I can, I'll get on at 10 o'clock. The thing is, oh, she's gone already? All right. So I think you came into my room 4 a.m. What, 2 hours ago? Okay. So if you would, I'm just trying to figure out when you come on. All right. Every time I try and figure that out, it's like people are like, "Why are you bothering me with that?" It's like the most. It's like at one side, I think I'm like coming off as like annoying to ask somebody the same question 100 different ways. What time you coming on? Blah blah blah. When would you like to broadcast? And they're like, "Why? Why do you keep asking me this?" But on the other side, it's like a really simple question, and it's like asking them, "So is it raining over there?" And the person is just like, "I gotta go. Quit asking me if it's raining." Like, well, if you would have told me whether it was raining, I wouldn't have sat there and asked you 15 times. Yes, but asking me if it's raining 15 times is annoying. Well, yes, it is annoying. But you could have answered the first time. But I did. I said, because he said, what did he say about coming on earlier? Change your next time. That's all he said. We're going to end up doing a sleep. What's it called? No, I can't remember. I can't remember what it's called when people broadcast themselves sleeping. But I am ready to get ready. Ready to get ready. I am ready to get ready to sleep. Which means I need my pillow. I was gonna hang this on my phone, but whoa. Well, I can't tell what I'm hanging. Whoa, I still can't do it. Whoa, who am I guesting? Oh, he's trying to guess him. He's not even in the room. I can't guess him. I can't tell if that's standing up enough to see my bottom line. selling items for the mob. No, he did not. Why is he singing a song like that? Copacetic. It's funny. Interesting. Maybe I can do it this way. Maybe. Too bad I don't have smell-o-vision. Oh, is this frozen? How is this possible? What the fuck happened to my tofu? I didn't do nothing in my fridge for that to happen. I need some food, man. That's crazy. Is this gonna be edible? It's kind of freaking me out. What happened to my tofu? Never had that happen before, ever. I'm afraid to eat this now. Ugh. Is this gonna be edible? I was looking for this. What the fuck happened to this? I was in such a good mood. I don't understand. Look what happened to my tofu. Cooking at 4 in the freaking morning. And I understand if you turn your refrigerator up too high, it might freeze something. But I didn't change anything. Not that I know of. That's what I get for talking about other realities. I swear. Talking about psychedelic music, smoking marijuana, and I feel like I got the munchies. It's burning here, and I've got nothing on the burner except the food. And this is actually what happens. Even though I've not smoked any marijuana, weird shit always happens when I do. And stuff like going to your regular refrigerator, grabbing out tofu that's been good every day, and finding it frozen when you haven't changed anything on your refrigerator. That's the kind of weird shit that happens when you're stoned off your ass and you're just sitting there trying to decide, you just keep cooking and laughing probably because you're just like, this can't be, instead of panicking, I guess, and saying, oh my gosh, this is too weird, you just find it funny. But at the same time, it's like a weird, for me anyway, so it's like an anti-panic. It's like, instead of being more and more afraid as you panic, you're just more and more incredulous. Like, how could this be? How could this even be? Oh, what's gonna happen to my music when I microwave this spinach? I gotta make some kind of food because this is not enough tofu to be a meal. Not by a long shot. Six minutes. turn this off? Yeah, it looks like I turned it off. Damn, that is not as much. That's. Well, I don't know if that's way too much salt, but it definitely put too much in one spot. So I guess if I stir it, we can get out of that. Ooh. It still tastes edible, but it doesn't have that silky texture that even firm tofu has. It's got more of a crumbly texture. It's more like when I try and pretend to make fake scrambled eggs or something. No peppers, no nothing. I just had one tiny piece of onion. That's interesting. I don't think the music is like being affected the way video does. Because I'm transmitting my computer to my TV, and when I usually try and watch a movie and run my microwave oven, it will interfere and the movie will like just not play right. But right now, I'm running my microwave and I got music on my computer going to my TV in stereo, and it doesn't seem to have that much problem with it. I don't want to use up all the oil, and I shouldn't be using this much, but I don't have. This like is not enough tofu to cook even a small meal, really. I mean, I guess it is because I am, but that's why I'm making spinach or something to put with it. Not much food here. And I don't want to make rice again right now. I feel it. Try not to burn my mouth. Try not to use up all my mustard, which is going to do it anyway, I guess. Add some onions, even though that's too much. Just love onions, especially when I don't have a whole lot of extra food in here. Adds flavor for me. Considering how little tofu I have and that I don't really have anything extra, it's turning out as far as something I can eat. So I haven't really eaten much real food today. So I know how to position this camera. I know you can't smell that. It smells pretty good, I think, considering. texture isn't horrible. It's just nothing like tofu that I'm used to. I mean, it's not something I like. I don't dread eating it, but at the same time, it's not something I would pay for. Like if I had a choice between tofu that ended up cooking like this and the tofu that didn't get frozen. This is the one positive thing is being a vegetarian. If you buy something like tofu and something weird happens, like it gets frozen and you cook it, it's not like when people cook meat and it thaws out and freezes and all kinds of weird shit. You don't have to worry about the same things that you do. If, you let certain things happen to meat. Like, I think even if you leave eggs out of the refrigerator, you can have a problem. But tofu, I don't worry about it. It's just a question of what is this going to taste like? That's all I care, really. Now, since eating spinach by itself, cooked with, whatever herbs or butter, whatever you want, is enough of a small little snack or meal for me at this time of night where you shouldn't be eating this late anyway. Then adding a little tofu, then it feels like I'm adding to the spinach rather than I have such a small meal because I have so little tofu to cook right now. Get a little extra flavor since I got nothing else going on. Just put a little bit of lime juice in there. There we go. Just adds that flavor that might make up a little bit for how the tofu turned out. And frozen and stuff. I'm always very tempted when I'm cooking to taste everything and end up eating a lot of the food I'm cooking while I'm cooking it. And then, when I have this small of an amount, I'm like trying not to do it because I don't have that much of it right now. I want to put it together. Let's see. I never get every single grain of rice. Because any other food, if you leave a tiny bit of dregs, you can just wash it out and not worry about it. So every time I do rice, there's got to be at least a couple grains. And then they dry out and they're unedible. And I have no idea where my scissors are. So I have to cut this all the way up with a knife. I don't like messing with knives when I can use scissors to cut open a package. Especially a hot package. You try not to burn yourself while you're trying not to cut yourself. And the package doesn't want to cut, of course. So just want to get the spinach out of here so I can eat something. Now I can't get the spinach out, not all of it, because it's so hot. I'm trying to open the package, I couldn't get it all the way open. I don't want to burn myself, because I want this open so bad. I tell you what, man, I don't know how bad microwave is for you when you buy actual vegetables compared to other microwave dinners, like just buying spinach. But I will say, the reason why things go on sale for $1 is because you don't get that much food. One package of microwave, if that's your whole dinner, man, you ain't getting much. And usually your choice when you buy microwave food is you can either get a regular size package for one person, which usually isn't enough, or you can get a family size, which is usually way too much, and you'll end up eating it if you're really hungry or haven't eaten all day. What is wrong with my refrigerator? I'm starting to suspect that I have a problem with my fridge, because this spinach doesn't taste like it's frozen right, and the tofu didn't taste like it was right either. Man, I hope nothing's broken about it. And it's not like my food refrigerator turned off and now my food's bad. I don't think any of that. Things are cold. In fact, the tofu was frozen. But this spinach does not have the same texture I'm used to. Like maybe it was over frozen or something. I'm not sure what's going on here. It's really strange. And it was before I put the tofu in, so I don't think it was the lime juice on the tofu that changed the texture of the spinach, because I just thought about that. Well, there are a lot of benefits if you want to be like a real positive person. There are a lot of benefits to having no viewers in your room to entertain. So I can sit there and go bring my stuff into the kitchen and start cooking, and it doesn't matter whether people want to watch me cook or not. I'm hungry, I'm going to make food, blah, blah. That's it. Stop beeping like I plugged you in 15 times. I only plugged it in one time. What the heck just happened there? Oh. That's Still didn't get my pillow. It's going to be time to crash soon. Broadcaster now. Tech. iTunes cannot read the contents of your phone. Everything is broken all the time. It's really annoying. I ain't restoring it to original factory settings. What just happened to my drink?
knows from me how much colder was his coming, but there ain't nothing for free. Another doctor, still a lawyer, still another kid, she thrill. You know you love him if you put him in your will, but who will save your soul when it comes to the flowers now? Oh, save your souls after those lies that you told. Who will save your souls if you won't stay alone? They try to hustle and try to bust and try to cuss him. The cops want some bust down on Orleans Avenue. Another day, another dollar, another war, another tower went up where the homeless had their homes. So we pray within a different God as our powers, but they call religion our friends. We're so worried about the saving our souls, afraid that God will take us all that we forget to begin. But who will save your soul when it comes to the bad now? Oh, save your souls. Those lies that you tell.